want to see something cool?
Hi! This video is about to start! Don't forget to subscribe!
I'll reintroduce myself. I am Xiaomei. I am the narrator of the story you're hearing.
This video is for people who uses Windows 2000 back in the day.
And so the grand adventure continues.
Good morning, this is Nisen Madobe, aka the operating system ton for Windows 2000 Professional. And this video will focus on the review of the people who have been grown attached to it, as well as making sure that they want to keep its legacy still going strong. And this is focusing on the history of Windows 2000. Let's take a look at the information together. I bet you all are probably wondering what Windows 2000 is. It is a continuation of the Microsoft Windows NT family of operating systems, replacing Windows NT 4.0. The original name for the operating system was Windows NT 5.0, and the prep beta builds were compiled between March to August 1997, and these builds were identical to the Windows NT 4.0. And the first official beta was released in September 1997, followed by Beta 2 in August 1998. However, 2 months later, on October 27, Microsoft announced that the name of the final operating systems version would be Windows 2000, which would be a name referred to its projected release date. So Windows 2000 Beta 3 was released in May 1999. NT 5.0 Beta was similar to NT 4.0, including very similarly themed logo. But NT.5 Beta 2 announced a mini boot system, which was brand new, and it replaced and removed the dark space theme in the logo. The NT 5.0 betas had very long startup and shutdown sounds. Along those were changed in the early Windows 2000 beta. And during Beta 3, a new piano-made startup and shutdown sounds were made, as you heard in the beginning, and you will probably hear in the end too. It was featured in the final version as well as in the new login prompt from the final version made its appearance in Beta 3 build 1946, the first build of Beta 3. The new updated icons for My Computer, Recycle Bin, etc. first appeared in Build 3. Beta 3 build 1964. The Windows 2000 boot screen in the final versions appeared in Beta 3 build 1983. Windows 2000 did not have an actual codename because, according to Dave Thompson of the Windows NT team, Jim Altman did not like codenames. To say in other words, he hated them. Well, Windows 2000 Service Pack 1 was codenamed Asteroid, and Windows 2000 64-bit was codenamed Janus. During development, there was a build for the Alpha, which was abandoned in the final stages of development between RC1 and RC2, after Compaq announced that they had dropped support for Windows NT on Alpha. From here, Microsoft issued 3 release candidates between July and November 1999, and they finally released the operating system to partners on December 12, 1999. Following by manufacturing 3 days later on December 15th. The public could buy the full version of Windows 2000 on February 17th, 2000, which will possibly be 3 days after Valentine's Day. And before this event, Microsoft advertised a standard in reliability. A leaked memo from Microsoft, reported on by Mary Jo Foley, revealed that Windows 2000 had over 63,000 potential known defects. But after Foley's article was published, she also claimed that Microsoft blacklisted her for a considerable time. However, someone claimed in their computer science textbook that Windows 2000 was the most reliable, stable operating system Microsoft had ever shipped to that point. So much of this reliability came from maturity in the source code, extensive stress testing of the system, automatic detection, and many serious errors in drivers. But according to Information Week, they summarized the release. Our tests show the successor to NT 4.0 is everything we hoped it would be. Of course, it isn't perfect either. Wired News then later described the results of the February launch as lackluster. Novell criticized Microsoft's Active Directory. The new directory service architecture is less scalable or reliable than its own Novell Directory Services alternative. Windows 2000 is the last public release for Windows PC 98, i486, and SGI Visual Workstation 320 and 540, as Windows XP runs solely on IA32 only. Windows 2000 was initially planned to replace both Windows 98 and Windows NT 4.0, but this would be changed later, as an updated version of Windows 98 called Windows 98 2nd Edition was released in 1999, and its OS 10 was basically Nisen Madobe, who would be Ha-chan's sister. For some reason, people think that Windows 2000 is kind of dependable and they can just run on short standards of time, but sometimes people would just warn others to be careful. They might even not know what they're doing. But as a dependable woman, I will make sure that people who use Windows 2000 can become dependable themselves. Because honestly, I think it's a good thing, because people who have used Windows 2000 in the past actually become a lot more reliable and dependable if they put their minds to it. On or shortly before February 12, 2004, portions of the Microsoft 2000 and Windows NT 4.0 source code were illegally made available on the internet, and the source of the leak was later traced to Mainsoft, a Windows Interface Surface environment partner. So Microsoft released the following statement: Microsoft's source code is both copyrighted and protected as a trade secret. As such, it is illegal to post it, make it available to others, download, or use it. But despite the warnings, the archive contained the leaked code spread widely on the file-sharing networks. On February 16th, 4 days later, an exploit allegedly discovered by an individual studying the leaked source code to it for certain versions of Microsoft Internet Explorer was reported. This won't even happen until 11 years later, on April 15, 2015. GitHub took down a repository containing a copy of Windows NT 4.0 source code that originated from the leak. So Microsoft planned to release a 64-bit version of Windows 2000, which would run 64-bit Intel Itanium microprocessors in 2000. But however, the first officially released 64-bit of Microsoft Windows was Windows XP 64-bit edition, released alongside the 32-bit editions of Windows XP on October 25, 2001, which would most likely be 6 days before Halloween, and followed by the server versions of Microsoft Windows Data Center Server Limited Edition and later Windows Advanced Server Limited Edition. It was based on the pre-release of Windows Server 2003, which was known as Windows.NET Server Codebase, and these editions were released in 2002. And they were shortly available through the OEM channel, and they were then superseded by the final versions of Net Server 2003, which was pretty convenient. So, in conclusion, people who have used Windows 2000 have become dependent and dependable. Pretty much like myself, to be exact, because I, Nisen Madobe, am a dependable woman, and will go over my personality because I think it's very similar to the Windows 2000 system. You might have noticed that I am the personification for Windows 2000, and I was one of the first OS 10s created. But a few variants exist, but the most common is 2K10, which is me. I'm the personification for Windows 2000 Professional. I'm typically drawn as an intelligent professional, reserved-looking woman with short blue hair, glasses, and hair clips that resemble cat ears, flanking a small white bonnet or ruffle, similar to a maid's hair clip that show the Windows logo. The cat-shaped ear clips are a pun. 2K in Japanese is Nikke. The meowing sound in Japanese is nya, so sometimes I can be called Nyake. And my outfit resembles a swimsuit suggesting the Windows logo colors, and I wear a long blue coat, kind of like a scientist. And this is thought to reflect the opinion that Windows 2000 is the most stable, dependable, and balanced system. I often act like the older sister or dependable woman among the Windows towns, and I am one of the public domain controllers for this reason. In addition, because of my greater stability of Windows 2000 compared to which was released around the same time, I'm often described as a guardian for Mitan. And there was actually an alternate design playing on the punny name of Miyake, showing me having real cat ears and a tail instead of mechanical ear-shaped hair clips, matching my swimsuit gloves and boots, which is kinda cute, to be honest. You might have noticed that the particular shade of blue used in most drawings is similar to the Windows default 2000 desktop color. So you might say that my appearance most likely camouflages the background, and I'm most common. I'm very intelligent and professional as well. So, people, if you are watching this, please make sure that Windows 2000 will always be forever in your hearts, and keep staying dependable. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. What do you think? If you appreciate it, please be sure to super smash that like button, and be sure to follow my social media platforms in the description below, and Team Life Like Stand-Up channel. Please be sure to leave a comment below, and please give us your open-minded thoughts, because we here at Team Life Like Stand-Up do not condone harassment, violence, or trolls allowed, or otherwise, that poet and comedy centrist running Stimpy Show will haunt you down until the end of the shadow world. Please be sure to subscribe to our videos and click on the notification bell. You'll never miss a video the second it goes live on YouTube and Google. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!